On Saturday the 13th of July, the Tour de France bestowed us with an epic day of bike racing. 200 kilometres, rarely flat, 3,750 metres of climbing, crashes, frantic chases back on, a glorious Gaelic smash and grab raid to pickpocket the yellow jersey. But, best of all, a breakaway that ripped apart a motivated peloton to stay away, proving that sometimes audacity and good legs can prevail. Inspired, this is Bike Racing Without Mercy's virtual race to pay respect to the boss of the breakaway and victor of Stage 8, Mr. Thomas de Gendt. And here we humbly present to you an almost exact replica of the breakaway boss's legendary ride, save the inconvenient small details of 75% less distance travelled, 75% less ascending, and of course no need to steer and a somewhat more pedestrian power output. Welcome to Friday morning on Bike Racing Without Mercy. This morning I'm going to be practicing my climbing on the reverse KOM in Innisbrook. So watch out for plenty of gear misselection. Looking to pace myself and remind myself of the gradients. Final kilometre. Practicing my freewheeling on the descent. I think you have to keep it above 60. Welcome to Sunday morning on Bike Racing Without Mercy. It's another race day, and it's a race day in homage of the Tour de France. And today I'm taking on the Deepak Dotfit Climbers Day. 2 peaks, 400 metres each, and around about 48 kilometres. And I'm feeling good and fired up because yesterday, Saturday, was Stage 8 of the Tour de France. It was a day for the warriors of the breakaway, the baradeurs. And best of all, it was a day for the breakaway boss himself, Mr. Thomas de Gendt. We're literally just starting now. Just going to establish myself, hopefully at the front, without burning too much energy. There's 54 races. So Stage 8 was over 200 kilometres. Just under 4,000 metres of climbing, and right from the off, an elite breakaway group established a decent lead of about 4 minutes. And at around about the 140 kilometre mark to go, the peloton whipped itself into a frenzy and started chasing hard, and it looked like they'd reel in the baradeurs. But The pace was so high in the peloton that there's a ton of attrition. And the Baradeurs pushed on and pushed on and pushed on to sustain their lead. And with the final 10 kilometers to go, after the final climb, Thomas de Gendt was on his own, pushing on super hard. And it was just Alaphilippe, #1 cyclist in the world, and Thibaut Pinot chasing on. And in a nail-biting finish, Thomas held on to his lead with about 8 seconds. Incredible. I salute you, breakaway boss, Thomas de Gendt. And with 15 kilometers to go, just before the final brutal climb, Geraint Thomas was caught up in a crash of other people's making. And I gotta say, one hell of a ride. A, to get back in, helped by his teammates, to a peloton in full flight, a peloton comprising the elite that has survived the attrition. And he finished 4th. I salute you, Geraint. Good luck with the yellow jersey. Just coming to the foot of the climb, 4 minutes 35. Inspired though I am, I'm not gonna burn myself out. I'm gonna pace myself up this mountain. I did my reconnaissance on Friday, had a pretty good ride, so I know roughly what I'm capable of. Gradient's kicking up. I've let the front group go. I don't have their watts per kilogram. Apple juice in the beadle. Tip from Chris Pritchard, Cycling Hub. Thank you. Thank you. $14 degrees. Try to go harder on the steep inclines. Not chase the watts too much on the lesser inclines. $14 degrees here. 15 degrees. So gear change. Back at 15 degrees. Still pretty okay. I may not look it.
Had a bit of welcome recovery just there. Coming up to the peak. .46, that's decent. Okay, I'm a bit more of a pro cyclist today. Look at what I've got. Have to be careful with the littering zones in this flat. Don't mind laughing at my own joke, sorry. No, keep going. A Colombian guava and fruit block. I've been told to eat only half the block. In the aero tuck here. You can see on the screen that I've used the aero tuck, feeding in little bits of power like that, just to keep myself well above 60 kilometers. Trying to conserve energy. Coming back towards Innisbrook now. Got to get back to the rhythm. Won't be able to sustain 300 watts though. In a nice little pace around Innisbrook here. In our little gruppetto of 3. Not a breakaway, I'm afraid. Survivors from the Premier group. Let's see, Alfonso went up the climb in just over 15 minutes, I think. No way that I could keep pace with that. I know we've got a nasty little climb somewhere here in Innisbrook itself, and I'm cognizant of that. It's an out of the seat jobby. Maybe there isn't a climber. Maybe that's on the second loop around Innisbrook. Here's the climb. Not chasing the watts back up, letting them drift back up. Keeping it below 350. I know this is within my capability. We're just bringing back our arts from Holland. You can imagine the pace at the front was horrific. Probably looking to ride with us up the next time. Just brought back A-Dual and G-Schultz for A-Dual and G-Schultz. They've been resting up a bit. Looking to ride with us, I think, also. So now we've got quite a little merry band. Time to get serious, engage de Gendt mode. Still trying to find my pace here on the mountain, 48. Keeping it below 300. Until it really ramps up. Right now. .43 into a nice rhythm here. I'm focusing more on the cadence than the wattage. Hard work. Good rhythm. Coming to the peak. Just coming back into Innisbrook. Gonna get back into my rhythm. Trying to sustain 4 watts a kilogram for a while. And a nice cadence. But not chase the watts. That's about it. Finding the groove. Hit the hill here, so the power's come up. This is the hill I was dreading, I think. Oh, maybe it wasn't the hill. I was thinking it was really easy. This is the hill, 118.08. Oh, it's hard work. I'm going to wind up now. My best effort. Wow, that was cool. Really enjoyed that. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that. It was super good fun, and that's exactly why I do this. Amazing. And in reality, who could fail to be inspired by the Tour de France, especially the drama and the magnificence of stage 8 ending in Saint Etienne. I've got full respect for everybody who takes part in the Tour de France, let alone those who go on to win jerseys, stages, or indeed the Tour itself. Incredible. And I was really happy with the result. I think the reconnaissance and the climbing practice on Friday certainly paid off. And also learning how to use the aero tuck position has helped me conserve a bit of energy that I can put into the kind of the steeper inclines. And so overall, I was really happy finishing the race 4 minutes faster than the last time I completed it, 1 hour, 24 minutes and 16 seconds, averaging 266 watts, which was 4 watts a kilogram. In reality, a tad higher because I've got 67 kilograms in the system versus the 66 that I currently weigh. And when I looked at the Zwift power results, my normalized power was 277 watts. And I think that's because obviously on the aero tuck, you're going from 0 watts to kind of quite high watts north of 400 to kind of keep the tuck going, and of course then I've got more ability to put in big power surges on the steeper inclines. So again, I'm learning all the time and enjoying the process of learning as well. And to the Barador Magnifique, the entertainer, the legend, the breakaway boss, Mr. Thomas de Gendt, I say thank you. Thank you ever so much for lighting the touch paper for a magnificent stage on Saturday. Thank you for breaking the irrefutable arithmetic of the peloton and staying away. And to you, et votre compagnon se détache, Bike Racing Without Mercy says encore, encore. I salute you, sir.